How many of these damn movies have they made so far? What is this, like number 10? I wasn't doing the math. There are way too many of these. But that's not saying this one's bad. In fact, this is probably my fourth favorite X-Men movie. I'll say it has problems. Days of Future Past is still my second favorite. This is like third or fourth. Haven't decided yet. I like the Wolverine a lot. I am talking too much. I should probably stop. So X-Men or fuck. I was playing the game with Wolverine, X-Men Origins. I was playing that. X-Men Apocalypse. Finally. In like 2009, I got really into X-Men. I was like, you know what'd be good? An Apocalypse movie. And it's finally fucking here. That was like fucking 5 years of hype. Did it live up? I'd say yeah, it relatively did. I I should give a synopsis, but this movie's a bit rocky, so I won't really say anything. But Apocalypse is here and he's bad. That's all. Here's where I've been doing some thinking. I took about like a day to think about this movie because it was kind of conflicting me. But now I got it. Most of it's good. Act 1 and Act 3 are good. Act 2, however, I have difficulty with it because I see things like a critic and I was like, this just feels in here for fan service. What am I talking about? I'm not going to say it, but a character in the trailer, yeah, that felt just for fan service. Act 1 did pretty good setup. This is essentially like a reboot for the X-Men universe. And I thought it set up the characters pretty good, even though we already know all about them for fucking like 9 movies. And Act 3, well, everyone's like, oh, well, at least people I was talking to, they were like, oh yeah, Act 3 just looks like a bunch of action. I was like, so? As long as they fill it up with good dialogue and good fucking writing, the ending should pay off really well. And it did! Well, at least Act 1 did that sufficiently. Act 2, however, it just felt in there for fan service. It literally starts when Quicksilver arrives. Like, after that scene, the amazing fucking Quicksilver scene, might I add, he stole the show again. It got really weird. I was like, why the fuck did he show up? What is happening right now? And then they just did it for like essentially a cameo. I had faults with that. Story over cameo, please. Thank you. But overall, I like the story. Act 1, I'll say this, excellent setup. Apocalypse setup, fucking all the rest of the X-Men setup, awesome. Quicksilver, whoa, that scene was great. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. There's not really a big spoiler, so you can watch it. I just said I'd watch it in the theater, to be honest, and then watch it over and over again like I have, but that's just me. And Act 3, it's essentially all action. Pretty much all action. And I loved it. Because Act 1 did such a good job setting up all the dialogue, you didn't really need that much more in Act 3. That saying, Act 2, not a fan of Act 2. Not a fan. CGI, fucking awesome. Oh, and here's something that I noticed. Costume design. They're always good in these movies. Kind of want to see yellow X-Men suits, but I feel like we're never gonna get that. We better get a fucking original Wolverine costume though, like they hinted at in the alternate ending of Wolverine. That would be awesome. Make it happen, Fox, please. Costume design was excellent, I thought. Magneto's costume stuck out the most, but Psylocke's costume, that was the fucking best one. I'm not really that big on who Psylocke is, but she's pretty fucking badass. Storm, Angel, that was almost all the costumes were excellent. I loved them. CGI, excellent too. Especially during the third act. That got pretty good. Score. Well, I'm not a score expert, but the score was pretty sufficeable. During like the third act, it got really good. Second and third, first and second, I was like, it's a bit rocky. But hearing that X2 theme again from Bryan Singer is fucking awesome. That's why I go to these movies. The characters. It has faults, but everyone else does a pretty good job. Everyone does a good job. Some lines could have been redone. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of Apocalypse's lines could have been redone. But overall, everyone gives a good job. Fucking. Nah, I'm not gonna say that's a spoiler. What the hell is not? Fuck it. Get to the review. I'll say this, however, some characters are kind of left down. It kind of showed. As much as I like Psylocke in this movie, she's kind of just there for shit and action. And Storm and Angel, Magneto, he had a pretty good fucking part in the movie. I almost actually kind of teared up with it. It was really good, really well written, really well acted. Love that scene. But those three, they fell in there just for that action scene. Don't get me wrong, it was a good action scene, but I kind of wanted more of their character in the movie. But it is what it is. At least we're going to see Storm, Psylocke again, probably. Maybe Angel. Not sure. Well, that's pretty much it. All the X-Men do a good job. Jean Grey, I forget all their actors' names. The guy who played Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Jubilee. That's another character I have an issue with. She was kind of just in there. Didn't really do jack shit. One character from X-Men 2, which was really fucking forced in, I feel. You know what? Overall, it has some pretty... I don't like that parts, but some pretty... Holy shit, that's awesome parts. Good and bad parts, essentially. I don't know why I worded it like that. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7. Took me like a day to make that score happen, but I finally nailed it. A 7. Act 2? Not a fan of that shit. And the characters. Some characters could have been weaved in better, but it is what it is. Overall, I'd say go see it. It's a fucking good X-Men movie. Didn't have the writing of Days of Future Past, but it was fucking cool. Good X-Men movie, I'd say. Well, I have nothing else to say I'm going to review next week or this week, so here comes that abrupt ending I'm known for.